Here we are. This is Sasha of entrepreneursoulcoach.com, and we are at an exciting point. We are at an integration of our day's tips 1 through 10, and this is an opportunity for you to ask me questions. So what I thought I would do is give you a quick scenario suggestion review of when you could use the tips that we've covered so far. And I will continue to look to see if anyone has any questions for me. And if you weren't able to catch this live stream, by all means, use this thread to ask me questions sometime in the future. Just make sure you tag my name so I don't miss you. All righty. So what we're doing here is the gift that I came up with so that I could do my part to help you all in becoming calm, compassionate, in your power, looking for solutions, looking for using your God-given gifts of intuition. And hi there, Anne. Happy Easter, my darling. My sister business owner over here. And so what we're doing in this particular video is to go over how these tips are going to bring you more into not only your power and your ability to transmute the energy that's around you, that's bombarding us, but also for your light and your leadership as a light leader to come out more and more, because we're needed now. I mean, that is the understatement of a lifetime. That might be the understatement of an era. We are needed right now. How we view what's happening, how we navigate through what's occurring is exactly what those of us who fall into the light leader, light worker, healers, new thought leaders, courageous business owners, and mission-driven, impacting people, this is the time that we were born to rise up, and that's exactly what we're doing. Look at all the wonderful things that are happening. So yes, on one hand, there's tragedy and there's sorrow, but on the other hand, there is great light that's rising, and you're part of that light. That's what I want to say, is you're part of that light. I talk with my hands. All righty. So for those of you who are new to the tip series, the purpose of this tip series is to give you psychic intuitive skills, energy transmuting skills, and also mindsets that continue to strengthen your connection to your spiritual power. This is a religion-free zone. As I have said ad nauseum in all of my Facebook lives, what this is a recognition that we have a collective consciousness of spiritual power that consists of what we call the unified field, the God force field, the creative life force field, that what we intend, what we project, what we think and feel gets impressed into this creative force. And that in turn is what contributes to what we experience in the physical dimension, the third dimensional, palpable, measurable, used with all of our five senses of hearing, seeing, feeling, tasting, and touching, with our physical senses. All of that gets impacted by what we think, what we feel, what we do. Now, having said that, for those of you who are new to this series, excuse me, please go into the Light Leader group to Unit 14 and listen to day number 1, which was the overall purpose, mission, and overview of what this tip series is. And this tip series is #Thrive, Make Money, Lead. And the title of the tip series is Radical Soul Expansion and Success 30-Day Tip Series. That's what we're doing. Now, what I want to do is go over the tips that we've had so far. Now, some of the days we're on day 12. Tomorrow will be day 13 with a new tip. And what we've done so far is the following. We have a few tips, which I'm going to go over in just a minute. And we also had some Q&As and an attempt at a watch party, but the Facebook feature didn't work. So I put up a thread for people to get all of the links of all of the past tips. And there's also on YouTube, if you're not able to access Facebook, or you don't like being part of Facebook groups, I still wanted you to have access to this powerful information that is geared exclusively to empower you. So if you go to my YouTube channel, which is Sasha Sabbath, and look for the playlist, I'm also going to post it here in this description of this Facebook Live. You'll find all of the tips listed there, and just look under the playlist of the same title, Radical Soul Expansion and Success 30-Day Tip Series. Okay, so day one, tip one, was just laying a foundation of values and standards of how we can view what is happening in the world right now, especially here in the United States, through the filters of being a leader, through the filters of stepping back and really assessing what's at hand, but not falling into despair, rather to use it as activating inside of you the leader that you are, the model that you are, the heart that you are, the smarts that you have, and that you project out into your businesses, into your communities, into your households, into your families. That was day number one. Day number two was programming your energy field. And what this has to do with you having a very pristine and methodical way of activating through your imagination the energies that are required, or at least that will help to bring about the outer world experiences that you want. Now, outer world experiences also includes how you want to feel. So it's a little bit of an inner world reinventing and influencing and changing as well, changing your state. And so it's an inner world, how you feel about yourself, how you're operating, as well as what you are projecting out into the world, where you have these physical manifestations of circumstances and people and relationships and interactions and transactions and all of that. So day number two was a very important core foundation tip for you to start assessing, who do you want to be? How do you want to react to something? How do you want to handle something? What kind of personality do you want to project? That's what day number two was all about, because you have the ability to change. You have the ability to observe what's happening and then change. So that was day number two. Day number three was grounding. And grounding is a critical also platform foundation technique so that you can start accomplishing two main things. Number one, your observation of how you are feeling and behaving, and is this the way you want to be? Now, sometimes we get hit with some real strong negativity, and sometimes we get infused with beautiful moments. These are the things I'm wanting and encouraging you to start becoming sensitive to. And then when you don't like something, you don't like how you feel, you notice that you were feeling wonderful and all of a sudden you're not, that's when you can use this particular technique for day number three, which is all about you learning how to let go of those energies, whether those energies were energies that you created by your thoughts and feelings, or energies that you absorbed from other people or from an environment. And this particular technique is critically important for you to start establishing your own personal sacred space, where you are unflappable, you are dauntless, you are unstoppable. You have the ability to notice and self-correct by using this particular technique. So that was day number three. Day number four was an immersion watch party where we reviewed days 1 and 3. Day number 5 was a Q&A, and there were some questions there that had to do with grounding and some other very important facets of the tips that we covered so far. So please go back, go into the unit section number 14 and look for day number 5 for that Q&A, and you'll pick up some more tidbits of tweaking how and when and why to use the techniques that we covered in days 1 through 3. Now, day number 6, we started to get into a lot more of the energies of others around us. Day number 6 was a technique to teach you how to disconnect from toxic collective consciousness. So what does that mean? That means that we can choose to either go down and be impacted and become negative, become defeated, become scared, become so filled with rage or confusion or hopelessness, helplessness. That's all part of the toxic consciousness right now. It's not that any of those emotions are wrong. God knows there's enough going on right now to trigger those emotions in anybody. So allow those emotions to be there. They are your truth. However, don't stay there. What you want to do from there is to stay productive and functioning and solution-based. And that was what this particular technique on that day was about, was to teach you how to divorce yourself from the energetic pull of what is going on around us, and rather, that's Angel, and rather to choose your path, to imprint your path with how you want to really have your experience, where you notice what's going on. It's not like you're in La La Land or Pollyanna Land. You are very aware, very present, very responsive to what's happening, but you don't become the victim of those emotions. Instead, you observe and then you choose, okay, how do I clear myself of this energy so that I can grab onto my spiritual power, my vibration, and make it high, filled with inspiration and hope and leadership? And then what am I going to bring out into my world? So that is what day 6 was all about, regarding disconnecting from toxic collective consciousness. Day number 7 was getting unstuck and into action. And this was a very different kind of tip, because I actually gave you energy flow techniques to do to bring your spiritual energy coming in through your crown chakra at the top of your head and moving that energy through your body, as well as cleansing and activating all of your 7 main chakras that are connected to your human physical body. And the results of that are you are lightened up, you are in motion, you are able to take even one little baby step. If you're stuck, if you're in paralysis, if you are, for whatever reason, in procrastination where the brakes are on and you're really just not doing anything, but there are things you really want to do. So that is what we addressed, and I gave you some very easy techniques to do in day number 7. And day number 8 was a technique, a tool, an energy field protection tool. Now, that energy field protection tool works in partnership with day 3, which is the grounding tip. However, this one has a different focus. This one has to do with setting up an ongoing protective radar that moves around your energy field, and it acts as a sponge, picking up undesirable energies, picking up negative energies. And whether that's from a relationship, or you walked into a room where there was a problem, or your own, being overwhelmed and just not knowing which way to turn, whatever it was, this energy tool will help you to suck up that energy, break up that energy, transmute that energy, and then bring in divine energy to uplift you and to allow your energy field to project out energies that are going to serve you and serve those around you. So that was day number 8. the energy field protection tool. We've got 2 more to go, and then we're done with the summarizing and the integration part of this Facebook Live. Day number 1 was grounding and clearing the room that you're in, the building that you're in. Isn't that wonderful? And so just really, you just have to listen to that technique. The principles are always the same. There's a way to release what doesn't work for you, that could be sabotaging you, that could be compromising you, impeding you, shutting you down. And then the other principle is that there's another aspect to the technique that allows you to collect and remove and to release energies that are there that are not going to empower you. And with that component comes the third component, which is to bring in the substitute vibration and light and thought forms and intention and substance that will allow you to be the best that you can be, to move forward, to expand, to rise up, to get access to your intuition and your soul-sourced solutions is what I call it. What that means is it means you're getting solutions from your inspiration realms. You're getting information from your soul, your higher self, your spirit guides. Or if you are in a strong religious, religious, what do I call it? Religious what? Belief system, then you call upon those energies that are that you trust, that you love, that your life is founded on. Whatever your spiritual battery, fuel, understanding, sacred places, to go there with your intentions, with your heart, with your thoughts, with your surrender. And so the components of this particular technique of grounding and clearing the room that you're in is, and the building that you're in, is for you to use these 3 main components: a place to eject energies that don't serve you and situational imprints that don't serve you. The next component is the facet that picks up on, that is the radar, that is the collector type of component that takes those energies out of your space. And then the third is to bring in high vibration energies of God's love and light, what I say, goodness and goodwill. So our final tip for day number 10 was an intuition and energy manifestation acceleration technique. That's a lot of words. An intuition and energy manifestation acceleration technique. What that means is you're using your intuition, you're using your ability to collect, direct, and transmute reality through an energetic process, which then helps to manifest more quickly that which you want to experience in your inner world and your outer world. It's really a fun exercise, and when you do it over and over again, you will be amazed at how much better you feel and the kind of intuitive directions and guidance that you start to feel. So that's what that technique was all about. And in that technique, what you would want to do is to think about a relationship or a circumstance or your own personal way of being, or something that you really want to create in the outer world that's a big leap goal for you. Or if there's something that you want to bring into form that's not happening, like for instance, when real estate agents and real estate brokers use this exercise, if their house isn't selling or their building isn't selling, there have been instances where the person has used this technique over several times, and then the house sold or the building sold. Now, of course, there are a ton of factors. Hi there, Michelle. There are a lot of factors that could have influenced that. However, these people have seen a direct relationship between using this intuition and energy manifestation acceleration tool and then them experiencing the result that they wanted. So that was day 10. It also includes you being able to telepathically connect with the people who you are meant to connect with, that are going to be on your soul purpose path to assist you and who want to contribute to manifesting this goal. And that's why it's considered an acceleration tool, where because you're using such deliberate, psychic, intuitive, and energetic, powerful techniques, you're able to speed up what the desired outcome is, assuming that it's on your soul purpose path, assuming that it is true to your divine timing, assuming that it's true for what is meant for your highest good. So those are the 10 days. Now I'm going to take a quick look and see if anybody has any questions. And if you're listening to this replay and you weren't able to be here during the live stream, go ahead and just leave me questions on this thread, and just be sure to tag me so I don't miss it. So I'm going to take a minute. This is little Angel over here. I think she's telling me she wants her dinner. And so let me take a quick look and see if anyone has any questions. You know, there's a delay with this, so thank you for your patience as I'm just searching around here. In the meantime, you know, you can think about, based on the overview and the integration that I just gave you, what might be circumstances, personally or professionally, that you now want to go back to these tips and see what you might want to study so that you can impact for a more favorable experience that which might be going on in your life. So you can think about that. In the meantime, I'm taking a look here. No, I don't see anything yet. I'll take one more refresh. And if not, we'll call it a day. And you can go ahead and see the replays and review those tips. They're in unit number 14 in the Light Leader Power for Success and Mission Impact group. There's also a designated YouTube channel playlist. Okay, everybody, we're done. Enjoy the rest of your day and evening. I've also put in this description that when and if you should feel that you really want to get greater clarity about how to make your life a lot more intuitively based, a lot more energetically in sync with your higher self and your higher good. If you want greater clarity of how to have your business world and your personal life much more aligned with a deeper meaning for you, let's have a conversation. I put a link here in this description for my soul expansion activation assessment. So you can start there, and then once I receive the survey results, we'll get in touch with you and we'll take it from there. All right, everybody, send you much love. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day or evening. And I'll see you tomorrow with our day number 13 of the Radical Soul Expansion and Success 30-Day Tip Series. Bye for now.